Hey Josh, it's Monday, and first off, to answer your question from last week, technically it would have been on Friday, because I took Friday off so that I could take mom and dad up to the airport, but prior to that, I guess I should say voluntarily, the last time I took time off for more than just a day would probably have been, I believe that would have been, when we went to, what was it? When we went to Bar Harbor, in 2016. I had to think about that for a little bit. I don't get vacation time with Jimmy John's, so it makes it a bit hard for me to be like, yeah, I'll take this amount of time off, but the majority of the time if I voluntarily take a day off, it's usually either because I'm feeling a little sick, which I almost had to call off today because I was feeling a bit sick, I had been feeling sick all weekend, which I'll get to here in a second, but today I was feeling fine this morning, so I went to work and was fine. But yeah, so most of the time, if I take some time off, it's usually just a day. I think I took a day off to go to Hocking Hills, to drive down to Athens when Tori and I were wanting to go to Hocking Hills, but then obviously we didn't. Talked about that few months back now. My bad. but yeah, I don't really take time off much. So like I said a moment ago though, that I come back to, I was feeling a little sick all this weekend, which sucked because it was Valentine's Day weekend, and I was unfortunately feeling a bit rough yesterday, so unfortunately I had to cancel on Tori, and then I was gonna be going over today, but 10 inches of accumulated snow, not exactly something that would be good to drive on. I was on the roads for like 10 minutes before Tori basically told me to go home because it wasn't too bad earlier. It is starting to get a little worse now. In fact, it got worse even on my way back home I had only gotten to Stowe Kent area, and that's where I turned around. But yeah, so unfortunately, I've not seen Tori for a little while, which sucks, but today would have been a bad day for it, because weather-wise is just garbage. However, sorry, 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I thought I had an important message there, but I didn't. However, speaking of important messages, I finally got into contact with Amtgard International about starting my group, and turns out that they needed a photo ID. I was unaware of this, but it makes sense, so I had to send that out. I sent an email out last Thursday, so not this most recent Thursday, but the Thursday prior to it. And then they got back to me this most recent Thursday, and then Friday it took me like an hour to get a copy of my driver's license, or a photocopy of it, because our home computer is bad. But yeah, so I finally got in contact with them. I sent out my photo ID on Friday. Hopefully I hear back from them soon. However, speaking of Amtgard, I'm having my first leadership meeting tomorrow for, like, official. We're not technically official yet, but I have a leadership meeting tomorrow, which is kind of exciting and kind of scary at the same time. there's been some talk with me, Ellen, and Theo about a couple of things that I won't get into right now, but because they're more for a separate video of what's been going on with a couple people in the group as of late. But tomorrow we're going to be having a meeting talking about what we're going to do when we open up. Or not once we open up, but once we become official, because we've sort of been every other week. We try to get out and at least swing some foam, because it really is our main source of exercise, because, you know, we're all nerds. And then it's also just kind of fun to go out, swing some foam. It's a good stress reliever, that's for sure. But once we become official, the problem with that is that obviously we're not going to be able to have in-person meetings due to the fact that the Kingdom of the Rising Winds has suspended, and I think Amtgard International in general has suspended all in-person meetings as of the moment. Hopefully, I think specifically for the Rising Winds, it's suspended until end of May, if I remember correctly, from the latest Board of Directors meeting. But yeah, so hopefully COVID land is done soon, so my friends and I can actually get out and do stuff, because I kind of miss going out and doing stuff, as I'm sure a lot of people miss going out and doing stuff. But another cool thing is that I don't remember if I mentioned it in the last video or not, or if that was updated since last week, but Nathan Sharp, Nate Wants to Battle, a couple of weeks ago I said that the last thing that I was planning on doing was going to go see him in, I think it was Cleveland, or Cleveland area, which you know is like anywhere within an hour drive of Cleveland. But he actually rescheduled that for September, I believe, mid to end of September, so that hopefully everything's good by then, because my friend Elijah and I would very much like to go see him. Anyway, that's an aside. Back to Amtgard a bit. So yeah, we're going to be having the meeting tomorrow afternoon, talking about basically what we're going to have to do once we become official, and yeah. Other thing with that is I have been making things, a lot of things, because I need something to make, I guess. I like making things with my hands, so I have a small shield. It's sort of a punch shield, buckler sort of thing. Then I got this big honker medium shield that is actually pretty comfy to use. I also have those somewhere. I made spell balls. I don't remember where that bag is, though, right now. But yeah, I made a few spell balls. I got some no-show socks, just put one inside of the other, and then folded the other one around to sort of make it into a ball. And, and it works well. So, yeah. I'm definitely excited to start being in an official group. That's exciting and kind of scary. So I think that'll do for this video. So Josh, my question for you is, do you have any advice for when my friends and I do become official? So that'll do it for this video. So Josh, I will see you on Thursday. Later, bro.